Welcome to Cloud Institution YouTube channel, the best software training institute. So today we are going to discuss what is Azure. So let's discuss what is peering, that is global and local. VNet peering connects to Azure Virtual Network for private and high-speed communication. Local peering link VNet within the same region, while global peering connect VNet across different Azure regions. Both enable secure and low latency data transfer using Azure backbone without public internet or VPN, simplifying cross-network resources address. So that means inside the VNet, you already know it's having different range and different IP addresses and everything. So inside VNet, there are two types, that is local and as well as global. So local means it's having same region, but when you're talking about global, it's having different regions. Okay, so I'll simplify with a diagram. Imagine there is two subnets, or sorry, there is two VNet. Okay, this is VNet 1 and this is VNet 2. So I already mentioned the VNet will be having different IP range or IP addresses. So it is having the CIDR block is having /24 and /23, and the CIDR block is 256 and 128. So for that one 256, it is equally divided into two subnets, that is 128 and 128. As well as for 128, we are going to divide into 64/64 itself. So if the virtual machine or if the VNet wants to communicate with virtual network 2, there is only option called peering. Why? Because the address, that means the VNet, it's having different IP range and IP address. So that's why we are connecting as a peering option. So without peering option, VNet 1 cannot connect towards the VNet 2. So let's move on to demo section. So right now I'm going to create a virtual network. So I'll give cloud region, that is cloud institution RG. So I'm giving a VNet 1. I'll go next, next. I'll change this default and I'll give subnet 1. Then I'll click towards the review plus screen. So right now I've created a VNet in central US. So second one, so that means if I'm going to create second VNet as a central US itself, it is called as same region, that is local peer. If the region is having different kind of region, it is called as global region. Okay. So I'll click on create and I'll click on duplicate and I'll create second virtual network. So I'll create a resource group cloud 2 and I'm giving VNet 2. So I'm using same region. Okay. Then I'll go next. Next, I'm going to delete this address space and I'm giving new one. Okay. So that is 192.168.101.0/24 I'm giving. And I'll click add subnet. So I'm just giving a name only for that. I'm giving subnet 2 and I'll click towards the add and review plus create. So I think already this has been deployed. No, just wait. See, I think this is already deployed, I think. Okay, so I'll create one virtual machine. Okay. So you already know how to create a virtual machine and how to attach that virtual machine with VNet and everything, right? So I'll use Cloud Institution RG and I'll give VM1 and I'm using same region as Central US. I'm not going to give any evacuation zones or anything. I'll change it into 22.04 and I'll change into 1 GB. I'll give password, Cloud Institution, next, and networking then next, and I'll change into VNet 1. Okay, then subnet 1 and I'm allocating public IP also. Then I'll click towards the review plus create and I'll create it. So next I'm going to create VNet 2. So let it be deployed. So So you can see it is deployed, right? So I'll just refresh and I'll create virtual machine. Create Azure virtual machine. I'm going to add cloud 2, virtual machine 2. I'm not going to give any adaptive zone. I'll change into 22.04, 1 GB. Then password, I'll give cloud institution, disk, networking. I'll give VNet 2, subnet 2, and I'm not giving any IP, public IP. Okay, then I'll click on W plus create. So before that, I'll just connect this public. That means I'll just connect that virtual machine which I've created. So I'll go to VM1 and I'll copy the public IP. So I'll copy this public IP. I'll go to CMD and I'll connect through SSH. So SSH space cloud institution @IP. Enter. Yes. And password. So you can see my virtual machine has been connected. So I'm just connecting that virtual machine 2 also. Okay. So I'll go to virtual machine 2. So I'll try to refresh. Oops, I've given public IP. Never mind. I'll give this private IP itself. I'll copy and I'll connect it. Okay. So it's a space cloud institution @IP. So you can see there is no response. So that's why we are telling to set up a peering. Why? Because I have already mentioned you in this diagram. Why? Because two IP address or IP range of this VNet will be different. So if it is having different IP range or different IP address, you can't communicate. So at that time, we are using which one? Peering. Okay. So let's do the peering. So I'll go back to my virtual machine. So right now it is not connected. You can see it is not connecting, right? So I'll go to the VNet and I'll open virtual network 1. So when you open virtual network 1, just wait a second. So virtual network has been opened, right? So I'll search for the peering. So when you search for a peering, you can see add option is given here, right? So we'll click on add. So I'm giving VNet 1 to VNet 2. So I'm giving VNet 1 to VNet 2. And you can see virtual network. So to whom to attach? That is VNet 2, right? So we'll attach VNet 2. So when you go down, you can see peering lightning. So we have to pair with VNet 2 to VNet 1 also. So after doing that, we'll click on add. So you can see VNet 1 is connecting to VNet 2 and VNet 2 is connecting with VNet 1 also. So just wait, there is another. So you can see it is added, right? So we'll just go back to that CMD again and we'll connect it. Okay. So when you type, they're asking for the password, right? So this is not the thing. So we have to give 192. Okay. So we'll access first VNet, that is virtual machine 1. Okay. Then I'll connect SSH space, username. I'll copy the second virtual machine IP, that is private IP. Enter. So you can see now it's communicating. So I'll give the password. So you can see virtual machine 2 has been connected. So this is how the peering connects. Okay. So I hope you guys have understood today's topic. So if you guys like our channel, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And more information, contact Cloud Institution. Thank you.